Alright, I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. This is a 2016 CFMoto Z-Force 800EX. And I have the driver's seat back as far as it can go. But I'm going to attempt to raise the seat an inch and move the seat back farther. So let's get started here. I'm just going to measure a reference point, probably from the front of the seat down to maybe the brake pedal. How about? So I come up with, let's go right there, 21 inches from the front of the seat down to that curve of the brake pedal. And I have the seat removed and flipped upside down on the bench here. Now this is slides back and forth on the seat slides back and forth in this plastic tray here if you were to loosen the 4 bolts. And I'm going to remove those 4 bolts and raise the seat up 1 inch after cutting a 1x1 aluminum tubing and placing it in there to raise it up 1 inch. I also got some longer bolts from the store. These are metric 6 by 1.0, and these are about 2 inches long. The original bolts are about 1 inch long. You can remove these original bolts but with a 4mm Allen wrench. You may want to spray them first if you've not had them out before. Spray them with some WD-40 or something. They may be in there a little rusty or something, but we'll pull these out and replace the parts. And when you pull out the original bolt, there'll be a flat washer and a lock washer. I don't understand these lock washers. They're kind of, maybe they're shot, I'm not exactly sure, but I throw them out and replace it with a stainless lock washer. I'll save the original flat washer, and these are grade 8 metric bolts that I'll replace them with. Also, when you take this tray off, you'll notice that on one side they have a little shim here. You'll just want to leave that shim, put that shim back on your modification. It probably balances out, makes the seat level when it sits in the machine itself. So into my local hardware store, we happen to have a Menards here in Minnesota, and I bought a 3-foot length of 1 inch by 1 inch aluminum tubing, and I cut that aluminum tubing down to 9 inches. I measured basically from here back to where the seat starts curving, and that was approximately 9 inches. So I just cut a 9-inch piece out. It's going to go there. Measured the holes, how far apart they were. So about 2.5 inches down, I drilled a hole, and the 2 holes are about 5 5/8 inches apart. I used a 5/16 inch drill bit to drill the holes all the way through the 2-inch tubing. The holes are oversized. You want to make sure you have them oversized so you're not fighting to get your bolt to go all the way through. Not only the plastic seat base, but also the square tubing. So you want them, a little bit loose. Once you get them tightened up, they'll be just fine. So like I said, I cut 2 9-inch pieces of square tubing, put them on there. We'll leave the, sorry if my video is not spot on here, but we'll leave this shim here. I have this other chunk that goes on there. Lay them on there, put your seat back on. Okay, get them lined up, put all your bolts in there. You can start them all by hand and wrench them down clockwise. I wouldn't go too tight. Let me see, I did want to move this all the way back. I would not wrench these down with a power wrench. In the end, I'd tighten them by hand so you know how tight they are. I doubt there's a torque setting. You just don't want to strip them out. I think there might be threads inside the tubing here, is what they're going to. Alright, with that modification, threw the chair back in. And what did I have before? I think I had 21 or something like that. I forget. Now I got 21 and maybe 3/8. I don't know. 21 and a quarter, 21 3/8. So it came up a little bit. I know when I sat in there, seat of the pants feel was, hey, I got some more legroom. So now I got one more little modification I'll try. Because even though I raised it up, the back of the seat, it has some room back there. Can you see that? Maybe not. Sorry. So I got a little bit of room back there to go back. But also on this, your back right hip, if you were to try to slide the seat back, it'll hit against your molding here. So I can barely get my finger in there. I can, but I'll try to get the seat back a little bit farther. Hold on. So when I originally looked at the seat and tried to slide it back, we could slide this tray and it would bottom out on these back two holes, the slots. But there was still some room on the front ones, like at least an inch or so there. So they're not really slid back all the way. If I were to loosen these up. See how this slides. You know, it slides back. It only slides up to the back of these slots. There's still some room here. So what I did is I took my same 5/8 drill bit and I drilled another hole approximately an inch back. What I actually did here, I'll show you, hold on. So this molded piece of plastic has this raised piece of molding right here. I just took the washer that they had, set it on the back of that raised piece, took my 5/8 drill, I marked it. Of course this hole isn't 5/8, but I marked that spot and then just drilled 5/8 through the plastic, real easy. And then set that there, took my bolt and lock nut, or excuse me, lock washer, ran that through the hole. Of course we're slid all the way up now. So the front one. And then screwed them bolts down. So, like I said, the plastic pieces slid all the way up, drilled a new hole. Not going to go in this slot anymore. I'm just going to go right in. Make sure this is going the right way. So like I said, I don't tighten these down with the wrench. You want to ratchet them down to just snug them up. When I took out the old ones, the original bolts, they had some blue Loctite on them. I know I got a lock washer on here. You could throw some Loctite on them if you want. Hope your seat doesn't fall out on you, or your seat belt or harness holds you in anyways. So we'll throw this back in the rig and see how it works. I can do this with one hand. Okay, locks down. We're tight back here now, and we're tight behind the seat and the roll bar. So let's measure, huh? Okay, so I think the first time it was 20 inches, or maybe it was 21. First time I think it was 21 inches and 21 and a quarter, and I try to go off this point here on the front of the seat. I don't know how they tell leg room, but anyways, so off the front there, and I look down there, and I got a solid 22 inches, probably 22 and an eighth. I don't know. Let me see. A little better than 22. Whatever. But when you sit in it, when I sit in it, there's a lot more leg room. And the other thing I like about it is that when I sit in it, I'm an inch taller, and that inch makes a difference with me hanging my arm out the door. Whether you guys have doors on yours or not, I don't know. I threw these doors on there. They're pretty freaking nice. They came from Russia, I believe. I don't know. I got them secondhand. Nice storage on them. Anyways, they're quiet and they're solid, and they don't frickin' rattle or nothing like that. I hear people saying, yeah, they're loud as hell. Well, their doors are. These doors are not. Pretty nice. Not to make this a video about the doors, but, and they just lift right off the hinges if you want to take the doors off. So, pretty frickin' sweet. Anyways, so that's raising the seat up 1 inch with aluminum tubing under there. You can paint them black or pink, whatever the hell you want. And then sliding the seat back. It probably slid back about an inch. So it's higher than your passenger seat. So like always, you can look down on your passenger, little grandchildren or whoever you got sitting over there. There's no wobble. You know, these seats sometimes wobble. This one doesn't wobble much at all. And it's nice and tight back here, so you'll probably wear a hole in the back of your pleather, vinyl seat, whatever. But when you hop in it, it feels real good. That's all I had. Like I say, this was on a 2016 CFMoto Z Force 800EX. May work on your machine. They probably made these seats all the same on a lot of different models and years. I have no idea. If you like the video, sorry it was a little bit long. It was like a run on 15 minutes. I'll try to shorten it up. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Okie doke. See ya.